In August of 2019, I boarded a plane in Philly headed for Eugene, Oregon. I was greeted by what was then to be my gracious host and roommate. We took a shuttle from Eugene all the way to Florence, Oregon. Florence was a town of 9,000, and there were maybe 25 blacks scattered throughout the coastal town. I was in the town maybe 2 weeks before I got a job as an overnight stock at the local Safeway. I gave it my all for a lousy $12 or $13 an hour. My white coworkers weren't necessarily racist. They were just cliquish and weird. They'd smile in my face, then by morning time, be telling management I'm not a good worker. I think I lasted till March 2020. The whole time I'm invisible to all the women in the town. Yeah, cashiers can be nice, but they're paid to be courteous. One day I connected with a white female in her 30s on Bumble, a single mom with a daughter. She was a belligerent drunk with a slick tongue and bipolar behavior. I learned that on the second date and disassociated myself from her instantly. She didn't respect me. I was head over heels crazy about this little cute mulatto girl named Felicia at the grocery outlet. But every time I had to go get grocery shopping, she was either not scheduled to work or I didn't arrive at a time that would intersect with her. So by late March 2020, my businesses qualified for SBA COVID relief. And I go from walking and riding buses to buying a car and moving out of Florence. And I wind up in the Eugene, Springfield area. I begin using Tinder. Lo and behold, I match with countless white and native women in their late 40s and older. I'll be honest, the sex was phenomenal with all of them. They fit like a glove. Every one of them cute in the face and delicious below the waist. Problem is, I want a wife to secure acres with me, have babies for me, run a family business. I was wasting thousands every month on extended stay motels because greedy property management companies in these various Oregon towns would take my application fee, turn me down, and leave me in the cold. This was the same story in Roseburg, Corvallis, Salem, Albany. It didn't matter. I loved Beaverton. I even loved Vancouver and went as far as Seattle, but these places were out of my price range, and with no help, they weren't viable options. Yeah, the farther north I traveled, the more down to earth and personable the people seemed, but there's still a twinge of P&W prejudice in Washington state. I lived in Corvallis for close to a year at the Super 8 until August 2021. That's when I packed up and drove all the way to Las Vegas. I've been here ever since and I hate it. I'm in my late 40s, single, never married, no children. I just want to find my complement. I know you're out there, boo. Papa Bear is a white-collar professional with handyman aptitudes. Problem is, ladies, I fractured a law or two and did a little time. No pervert charges or anything. Suffice it to say, when I can afford to return back to Oregon, I will have to be self-employed unless someone listening can give me a job. I'm Ray, and this is just one of my messages in a bottle to the world. Who wants a loyal, handsome, strong black man for a husband and business partner? Anybody? Going once, going twice? Well, my contact info will be in the description. Hope to hear from somebody out there soon. All right, everybody, take care.